What's up, guys? This is Justin, and I've got an incredible guest in the studio with me today. If you're local to the Metro Detroit area, you know who she is. She adds value to our real estate community, and you don't want to miss this episode. Make sure you tune in. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Justin Ford Podcast, where I'll be releasing life-changing principles and valuable information focused on all things faith, finance, family, fitness, real estate, and so much more. Let's go! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Justin Ford Podcast. Super excited to be with you here again today. I hope you've been doing great since our last episode. And if you're loving the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. And if you're really loving the show, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. If you haven't followed me yet on social media, you can at The Official Justin Ford. Again, at The Official Justin Ford. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, X, and also here on YouTube. I've got an incredible guest in the studio with me today, but before we get into that, I do want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Nextdoor Lending. Nextdoor Lending is a team of professionals that believe everyone should be treated as if they live next door. The founders and team members have more than 150 years of combined loan experience, helping clients all over the country choose the best loan program to help you accomplish your goals. Nextdoor Lending is currently licensed in over 26 states and has a team of over 100 loan officers specializing in helping you get the best rate and terms. And so whether you're looking to refinance your home or you're looking to purchase your next home, call my friends over at Nextdoor Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. For those of you guys that follow the show, I always bring guests on, and when we bring guests on, it's because they have something of value to add, and many of you are already in the real estate industry, and so we love to bring guests on to talk about what they're doing within the real estate industry to also add value back to our real estate community. Please help me welcome to the show Terra Csotty, who is the producer and owner of the Real Producers Wayne County, Oakland County, Macomb County, and Grand Rapids. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Super excited to have you. Real Producers has become like a huge part of not only my career over the last 5 to 6 years, but it's become such a staple within the real estate industry. And if there's a real estate agent listening right now that hasn't heard of Real Producers by now, where have you been hiding? Because Real Producers is a publication really all over the country. I think covers pretty much the whole country. And so I know you're not the founder of the company, but tell us about Real Producers. Like, how long has Real Producers been around, and how did you really get involved with Real Producers?
So Real Producers, it's been around for 10 years. Yeah. The creator of it, Remington Ramsey, brought this idea to N2 Publishing. Mm-hmm. And really, he was a vendor connecting with realtors, but he can never get in front of the top agents. Yeah. He's like, how do I get the top agents in the room? Yeah. So with Real Producers, we only work with the top 5% of the realtors in the area. Yeah. In fact, like in Oakland County, we work with the top 500, which is the top 3%. Wow. So with Real Producers, we have, being that Remington partnered with N2, they have a bunch of different publications like Stroll and Greet, so neighborhood publications and other print publications. Yeah. So we are able to feature real estate agents on a monthly basis. Yes. And my favorite part is we don't charge the realtors. We're not like, hey, you got to pay this to be on our cover. Right. I'm sure you get emails like that all the time. I know I do.
There's a lot of magazines out there that require that.
Yeah. So with Real Producers, we feature agents on a monthly basis that have been referred to us by either their peers or leadership. Yep. And the other thing is we have events. Yeah. So it's not just a magazine.
Right. It's a community.
It's a community, yeah. So, it's been around for 10 years. Wow. And I've been running the 4 different Michigan markets for the last 7.5 years. Wow. So, so it's been a really great platform to connect, elevate, inspire. I mean, I look back to when we first met.
2019?
Yeah.
It was like 2018, 2019, right after you you really started, right?
Yes. Because our first issue launched in May of 2018.
Yes.
And we met at that coffee shop. And I love hearing the stories of different realtors.
Yep.
And, you know, you were, I think, newer in the industry, or
I was.
you weren't as big as you are now, but.
Yeah. So that's funny. So I had gotten in 2013 to 2016, but I had went out on my own after working on Jeff's team. And so I was starting to really build up my own, kind of my own name, my own brand. Yep. And then we met, and you're like, hey, we'd like to, you know, feature you as a rising star. And so this is the parameters that you need to meet in order to do that. So I'm like, oh, a challenge? I'm on that. And then I'm like, well, how do I get on the cover of that magazine? Then you're like, well, you got to start as a rising star, but then when you hit this number, then we'll feature you. And I did that the next year.
Yeah,
so
that
I went
was
out and
insane.
did that the next year.
Yeah, you just crushed it. And I'm like, we got to put you on the cover.
Yep.
So you've been featured quite a bit, actually, because we've done a couples issue with you and Joy.
Yep, Joy and I were in that. And then when my book came out in 2022, you allowed me to feature my book, which I appreciate that.
Definitely.
And then there's another feature that's going to be coming out that I'll be featured in, but we'll save that. Save that. Yeah.
Got it.
But I want to talk more about you. So obviously 7 years, Real Producers Magazine. I'd love to hear what you did before Real Producers and really how you got connected, you know, to Real Producers in the real estate industry. So tell us prior to Real Producers.
Okay, so I'm going to back up to 2020.
Okay, 2020.
Wait. Yeah, 2020.
2020.
I had to think.
Yeah.
I actually sold Cutco knives.
So you were with Cutco as well. So that's where you met Remington, because Remington was with Cutco, right?
Well, actually, I met Remington with Real Producers, but
he was in Cutco, right? Because I heard that story.
Yep. Yeah. There's a lot of Cutco reps that are in Real Producers.
That's interesting. Okay.
So in fact, the owners of N2 were with Cutco.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
And that's actually how I met Chris. And that's how there's a lot of relationships and a lot of great people that were from Cutco.
Oh, that's awesome.
They have an awesome training program, and that really gave me confidence to sell.
Yeah.
And I'd like to share actually something that kind of motivates me, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
So back in 2000, so when I started, I went to my first conference in Chicago.
Cutco conference?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually got in a rollover accident.
Oh, on the way there?
Yes. There was 5 of us in an Explorer. Do you remember the Firestone tires that would blow up?
Yes.
Yeah. I was in one of those vehicles.
Oh my gosh.
And I still have some PTSD from it, I'll be honest.
I'll bet.
But
absolutely.
I'll never forget walking into that Cutco conference and going, I could have died and no one knows who I am.
Wow.
And I don't know, it like really lit a fire under me. It motivated me to really make a name for myself.
Absolutely.
And in Cutco, and if you ever interview anyone that is with Cutco, I'm on their wall of fame. It would be me and like 10 guys that would be like the top agents on stage.
All right.
And I was just like, I want to like inspire these other women. Like, why is it all men?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It really motivated me to sell. I love Cutco.
Yeah.
I know this isn't all about Cutco, but
no, it's all about you.
I do believe in
this is a big part of it.
The product. And
yes.
So then when I got married and started having kids, I stayed home for 8 years.
Okay.
So I was blessed to be able to be a stay-at-home mom, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I had 3 kids under 2.
Oh, wow.
So I had twin boys, identical boys. Never would have thought I'd have twins.
Yeah.
But that was a lot.
That is a lot.
It was, that first year was a blur. But shortly before they turned 2, 10 days before they turned 2, I had my daughter.
Wow.
So at that point, I'm like, boy or girl, we're done. 3's good.
Your hands were full.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So, so that was for 8 years. And then I was kind of itching to get back into, adult conversations.
Yeah.
Because I would find myself driving going, the wheels on the bus go round. And I'm like, what is happening to me?
Oh, yeah.
So
that's funny.
Yeah, so Chris at the time was running neighborhood publications with N2.
Okay.
They call him Stroll.
Yep.
So he had 4 different magazines, and he's like, I really want to change. There's this new Real Producers. It sounds interesting. And I was like, I've always wanted to get a glimpse into the real estate world. I love HGTV. Being a stay-at-home mom, I watched it a lot.
Yep. Yeah.
So I'm like, but I need my nights and weekends. So I'm like, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I got into Real Producers.
That's awesome.
He mainly saw clients, and then I did everything else. So managed our team, built a team, planned all the events, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
And you do a great job at it. When people, when you think of Real Producers, people think of you just because you're the center of it, and you've done such a great job of building the community. Because that's like you said, it's not just a magazine, it's a community.
Right.
And we have such an amazing community here in Metro Detroit, which obviously is your Wayne County, your Oakland County, and Macomb County.
Yes.
But I also know you've built a great community up in Grand Rapids as well, because, we have a big extension of our EXP team in Grand Rapids. And I know several of our agents have been featured in the Grand Rapids publication, which is awesome. And so, but I just want to back up just a little bit so I can learn just a little bit more. Is Cutco, is real estate agents primarily who they partner with, or does Cutco do all types of industries?
Oh, no. As far as
their products and services? Yeah.
Cutco, when you start with Cutco, you start by showing the knives to your friends and family. Oh. And then you get referrals.
Okay.
So when I did it for 9 years.
Yeah.
And I never sold to realtors.
Oh, so
I only
it was just
sold in homes.
Oh, okay. So that's where I was going to ask so you didn't even know anything about the real estate industry before Real Producers?
No.
Okay.
I did not.
Because when I think of Cutco, I just think of client gifts for real estate clients. I didn't know that they did friends and family and all that.
That's how they started the business.
Oh, okay.
I forget how many years ago, but a long time.
A long time. Cool. Yeah. So then you're the entry into the real estate industry was from Real Producers. It wasn't like you had all these other relationships with agents before. Interesting.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
I've learned there wasn't Chat GPT back then. I couldn't learn everything. I had to.
Yeah.
I did a lot of in-person connecting with people like we did at the coffee shop just to learn about the industry, about what a broker is, what's a, there's so many different things.
New.
Yeah.
So you really had to figure it all out.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so when you guys decided to start the publication, did you take on one area, or did you take on all 3 at once?
Yeah. So first we launched Real Producers of Oakland County. It's one of the biggest, most affluent communities in Michigan.
And in the country, honestly.
Yes, you're right, in the country.
Yep.
And actually, the last time that I looked, there was 17,000 registered agents just in Oakland County.
Wow.
So some people would have done maybe just a Metro Detroit Real Producers, but we broke it up because we saw the opportunity to have 3 different publications.
Yep.
Because there are some people who only work in Oakland County or only work in Wayne County, so it made sense to split it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we had Oakland County for a year, and then decided to launch Wayne County.
Okay.
So we have some partners who, everything is funded by our advertising partners.
Yeah.
And we only partner with businesses that we're referred to.
That's awesome.
So every time we meet with a real estate agent, we ask them, hey, who would you recommend to be a partner? Because we want to work with vetted companies.
Right.
I don't want to cold call anyone. There's, especially during COVID, so many lenders got into the business because of refis.
Right.
And then now they're gone.
They're gone.
So they were very transactional.
So you're wanting the people who are actually in the industry, going to be around a while.
Yes.
And
are about relationships, because that's our biggest thing, is building relationships.
Yep.
And as a real estate agent, oftentimes a deal comes down to a relationship.
Absolutely.
So that's why we love bringing people together. We share the stories. So then when you read about someone, you're like, oh, I went to school there, or I have 3 kids. You have things that you can relate on and have more to chat about than just what you see on social media.
Yeah, I love that. So you literally built this from the ground up.
Yes.
So talk about that process, because obviously you already had the sales experience with Cutco. And I always say, if you can sell a product door to door or to friends and family in that manner, you can sell anything. Like my initial sales experience was like Amway.
Okay.
You can sell soap and vitamins and things to people. You can really sell anything. So you learned your sales experience through Cutco, which everybody starts somewhere.
Right.
And what I love about Amway, Cutco, and where a lot of people start is you're getting great sales training.
For sure.
And if you know how to sell, you can really sell anything. So like, talk about how did you start? You're like, okay, we're starting Oakland County Real Producers. Then what? What'd you do next?
Well, I will say N2 provides a lot of really good training. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about word for word reading out of a script.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is based from Cutco because the training with Cutco was if you read the manual, you're gonna sell.
Yeah.
And people do.
Yeah.
So with N2, they have a really great training, and then there's so much more to learn. But the first part of launching any publication is the sales.
Yeah.
So, but what's really cool about this area is I've had partners that have been with us for the whole 7 years.
Yeah.
In Oakland, Wayne, and Macomb, like Lombardo Homes.
Yep.
They've had our back cover for 7 years in all 3 markets.
That's amazing.
Cranbrook Custom Homes. We got Changing Places Moving. They've been with us for 7 years. Devon Title.
Yeah, I was going to say title companies, mortgage companies. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really cool because, sometimes when people think of advertising, it's like, well, is it going to work? Well, yeah, or they wouldn't be with us for 7 years.
Exactly.
So, and it's not just about someone calling your ad. It's about the relationships.
That's what it's all about.
And so they see you in the magazine. They see you at an event. Mm-hmm. They see us post about you on social media.
Yep.
It's all those little touches that keep you top of mind.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You see you in your podcast, and then I've been following you on social media, and I keep seeing different things, and it, that keeps your name and brand out there, which helps grow your business.
Yep. Yeah. And your network and your community. And I love that.
Yes.
So you go out, you launch the publication, you build these relationships. And how many today? So we're here now 7+ years later. How many for Oakland, Macomb, Wayne, and Grand Rapids? How many publications a month go out?
So every month a publication goes to each market.
Wow.
So I don't even know how many issues we've had. I better add that up.
But I mean, even per month, how many per month go out? Like how many people are you sending the magazine to per month? No, you're good.
Yeah. So in Oakland County, we have about 550.
550.
So it goes to the top 500 and our advertising partners.
Okay.
And then in the other markets, it goes to about 350.
Okay.
So those go to the top 300 real estate agents, and it's based off volume from the previous year's sales.
Yeah. So you're looking at that, and that's who gets it.
Yeah.
So between all the markets, probably about 1,000 go out per month?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
definitely
awesome. Yeah. And so I didn't know that it was only the top 5%.
Yes.
I thought everybody got it, but it makes sense because, if you're really featuring the top 5%, then obviously that makes sense.
Well, and if you're in a room as a partner, for example, there's lots of different networking events out there.
Yep.
But when you're walking in a Real Producers event, that everyone in the room that's invited has sold on average 30, 40 homes a year.
Yeah. Which is a producer.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and that was the average based off the top 500 last year.
Wow.
The average for the top 500 was about 35 homes a year for about 15 million.
Wow.
So our partners look at it like, for them, they want to stay in front of their current clients because most of them never do any kind of advertising, but also to build a few new relationships along the way.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer for them.
Yeah. And I love it because as real estate agents, especially when we're out producing, we like to be acknowledged and recognized. And now, like because I have a huge following and network of real estate agents, is how excited people are when they get featured.
Yes.
They're so excited to be on the cover. And I feel like that's like a high achievement for a real estate agent. If you can be featured on the cover of Real Producers, because like you said, you're not paying, because anybody can stroke a check.
Right.
But because you're earning it, you're being recommended. To be on that cover is a huge accomplishment. And I remember when I made the cover August of 2021, so it's already been over 4 years.
Wow.
August of 2021, I felt so accomplished. Like I achieved this because you told me that I would have to do 20 million to be featured on the cover. And so the year before, when I was a rising star, in 2019, I did 5 million.
Yeah.
In 2020, I did 30 million.
It's insane.
So I literally like blew my business up. COVID was like a huge year. And I think that was the year that really took my business off and went to the next level. But to be able to walk into a home, because, you know, you also give the opportunity to purchase your feature and put those in the listing package and say, I was featured on the cover of Real Producers. And then they get to read who you are and your story has really helped validate and give me credibility to get even more business. So thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You earned it.
Yeah.
It's a badge of honor. That's
really
what we
is.
like to say. It's a badge of honor.
Yep.
And there's other people who are like you, like Stacey Taylor was a rising star and she's doing over 30 million a year.
She's crushing it.
And Leslie Doran, she was consistently doing 10 million a year. And she's like, how much to get on the cover? Same thing.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see how it can motivate people.
It causes people to level up.
Yeah.
You know, what is it? It's not acknowledgement. So recognition creates motivation. It creates you to go out and I want to be recognized. I want to be on the cover. And it just helps you to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So 7.5 years, 4 markets. What's next, right? Like when you think of what's next for you, because obviously you've built a strong foundation here in Metro Detroit. You've got that in Grand Rapids. You're obviously doing a lot of amazing events. And so if you're listening right now and you're in the Metro Detroit or Grand Rapids area, make sure you get to Terra's events because they're awesome. They're fun. A lot of times they're at these big, beautiful homes or in these really cool places. I remember you did one at Chevy dealership. That was really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Been to the like, I don't want to call them mansions, but technically kind of mansions. For us here in Metro Detroit, they're considered mansions. Just really cool stuff. I mean, but what's next? Obviously, you're going to continue to feature. You're going to continue to do events. What's the bigger picture when you think of like the next 5 years? Do you think of expanding into other markets? Are you happy with where you are? What are you looking to do?
That's a good question. So I, first off, I'm working on building my personal brand, Terra the Connector.
Which you are a connector.
Which, that's how I feel.
Yep.
So that is one thing that, you know, I'm always open to other opportunities.
Yeah.
Just, you know, Real Producers is going great.
Yep.
I'm not looking to add on more markets.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, we're doing events like every month.
Four markets is a lot.
Yeah. But I am looking for just to actually be in front of more. Okay, so when we first started, you know, it was we had a lot of people come to the events, and we still do, but sometimes people get featured and then I don't see them again.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, what? We're still here.
Yep.
So part of my goal, especially for this next year, is to get back in offices and like, hey, did you forget about us? This is who we are.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes people may forget that we are about relationships, bringing people together from different offices. And sometimes people get so wrapped up in just their office and all the things going on there, where it's so important in the real estate community to build those relationships outside of your brokerage.
Yeah.
So that is one thing that I want to focus more on, is just more collaboration, more interaction between the agents from different offices and bringing them together.
Yeah, I love that. And it's ongoing because you have new agents that are always coming into the business, and you only and you only, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you can only get featured on the cover as a Real Producer one time, or have you featured multiple people?
Well, I have featured Mike Smulligan twice in Grand Rapids.
Okay, awesome.
Yes, he was actually he was our Grand Rapids Agent of the Year last year.
Yes, he was.
And he's really grown his business as well. So there are opportunities
to be featured multiple times.
Actually, you were on our cover twice because you were on the cover of the couples issue with Joy.
I was.
I mean, you weren't alone, but
I was on the cover. Yeah. So there are other features that you guys do, and the reason I say that is because if you're listening right now and you want to be featured and you haven't been featured yet, you definitely got to reach out to Terra and get plugged into some of the events and really learn how to, be connected and potentially become a rising star. Because what are the features? Rising star.
Yeah, so every month they're different. Rising Star will feature a broker celebrating leaders.
Yep.
Like we featured, there's a lot of leaders of offices,
Yep.
or even those that are involved with charities.
Yes.
I love featuring charities.
Yeah.
A lot of real estate agents love giving back.
Yeah. Well, that might be one where we can get featured because we started our nonprofit, the
yes.
Promise Foundation. We got some cool
There you
things
go.
going. Yeah. Yep.
And then sometimes we'll do a couples issue
Yep.
or some different special issues, or even feature a team.
Yes.
That is something we just did actually in Grand Rapids with Scott West. We featured his team.
That's awesome.
So there's a lot of different features, and it's just gonna, continue to grow.
Yeah. No, that's exciting. And speaking of exciting, I remember I was in Los Angeles in the summer, and I remember waking up to an email from you saying, congratulations, you're the Wayne County Real Estate Agent of the Year. And oh, by the way, you're a top 100 finalist for Real Producers Agent of the Year Award. And I'm like, I've never heard of this, but I'm pretty excited.
Yes.
So I woke up excited and learned about that. So why don't you talk about, so what was the Agent of the Year? Because I know that was not just a local thing, that was a national thing.
Right. So Real Producers has been around for 10 years. We decided to have our first national conference and big event with Tom Ferry, Molly Bloom, Rory Vaden, some really great speakers.
Yep.
And it was in Texas. It was really
Dallas,
cool, by
Texas.
the way.
Yep.
Right by the stadium.
Right,
I went to
literally.
my first game there.
Yes, I saw
Cowboys
that.
game.
That's
That was
awesome.
cool. So, so we decided to have for each publication that there would be one Agent of the Year, and they would be in the running for this national Agent of the Year.
And how many publications national are there?
About 130, 150.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here locally, we had Mike Smulligan out of Grand Rapids, Renee Jaden out of Oakland County, Eric Monzo out of Macomb County, and then, of course, Mr. Justin Ford.
Yours truly, Wayne County.
So they people got to vote for who they wanted to win for the National Agent of the Year.
Yep.
And I think it only went on for maybe a week.
Yeah, it was like a couple weeks.
Really,
it
was really quick.
Yeah.
So basically, at the event, they let everyone know who the top 40 agents were. I think it was top 40.
Top 40. So it went from top 100 to top 40, and they said everybody should be here because we're not announcing who the winner is until from stage.
Yes.
So nobody knew, but you knew if you were top 40 that you needed to be there.
Right.
Yep.
So the top 40 were there, and there was poster boards of all their covers around the room.
Yep.
And the RP Elevate, the lighting and the stage presence was pretty awesome.
That was awesome, yeah.
They announced the top 10. And of course, we had Justin, out of anyone from Michigan, Justin Ford representing Detroit area.
Yeah. Woo, woo.
Woo! That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was in the top 10. That was exciting.
Yes. And then they announced the National Agent of the Year.
Yep.
And the winner of the National Agent of the Year, right here,
Woo,
Mr.
woo.
Justin Ford.
Which was so exciting.
That was so awesome.
Out of 1.5 million real estate agents in the country.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
And it came obviously from being recommended as the Wayne County Agent of the Year.
Yes.
You put my name in the hat for that, and I greatly appreciate that. Truly honored.
But also people voted for you. So it wasn't
definitely.
like you were picked out of a hat. So I want to make sure I'm clear on that.
Yeah, no,
You
definitely.
were not picked out of
No.
a hat. People, you have such a network and influence of, for so many people that, of course, they're going to vote for you.
Yeah.
So that
I
was really
grateful.
cool.
And people really got behind me.
Yes.
People were asking every day, did you win? Did you win? Did you win? I'm like, we don't find out until September, and I got to go to Dallas to find out.
Right.
But,
right.
So I'm truly grateful for that opportunity. It's an honor.
And I will say it was kind of cool because he just, flew in, makes it just on time.
Yep.
And he gets announced, and then he's the winner. So, of course, that made your trip even better, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I almost didn't make it because, being a Glover U coach, every year we have this 1 week coaching training that we have to be at. And I remember even telling you and even Remington, I'm like, I don't know if I can go because I can't really miss this training because it's required. You know, I get paid to be a coach and a speaker, and I'm a big part of it. And so I actually told Remington and you I wasn't going to make it because I really didn't think. But I'm like, I kept feeling like I got to be there. And so I asked Jeff, I asked our leadership team, like, no, you go. And so I couldn't be there the whole time, but literally that Tuesday morning, I flew in, spent the day there, which was really awesome because I met a lot of other owners like yourself. I sat next to one who owns the Baltimore, Maryland market. She was really cool. Met a few others.
Yes.
And then won and literally flew back out.
Right.
It was so cool. I wish I could have been there the whole time because it was just an awesome conference. And then obviously meeting Remington and some of the other people that were there. I'm like, this is a great community, and I love our real estate community. So so that was exciting.
Yeah, I love being part of Real Producers. It's a great company, a really great culture.
Yep.
And we really help each other succeed, which any good organization, that's what you need to do. You got to build your people up, support each other, help each other, not just look at what's in it for you.
Right, exactly.
So,
yeah. It's a great network. And I know it's really, even though it's been around 10 years, it's really just, I think, really starting to take off. Because now it's like, back when I met you, I'm like, Real Producers, I think I've seen that before. But then I'm like, now it's like, again, all real estate, you see Real Producers all over social media, all over the country. And it's just a great community. I know the best is yet to come through the community, which is awesome.
And actually, there are a lot of people who do not know us still, even though we've been here for 7 years. Yeah. Every year, we update our list of who makes the top 300, who makes the top 500. And there's typically, like in the top 500, there's usually 150 new people.
Wow.
So every year, there's new people. So some people retire. Some people, maybe change businesses. Yeah. And then there's always some new people that come in. Yeah. So it's cool. It keeps it fresh. And
one of the things that your team does is you personally send an email to every person at the end of the year to say, congrats, you're in the top 300, you're in the top 500.
Yes.
And trust me, real estate agents are looking for that email and then immediately see the badge go out and everybody's posting because again, as real estate agents, as you know, we work really hard,
I know.
And we don't always get that acknowledgement or that recognition. And so you guys do a phenomenal job of doing that for our community.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
it
exciting.
is a badge of honor. So, I during that time, it's very insane for me because of 4 markets and we're sending out. We also do recognize the top 1,000 with the badges because still I feel like they need that recognition too. It does. And it motivates them to get to that top 500.
Yes, it does.
So my email and phone blows up during that time.
Yep.
So just make sure you have your information correct with us because you're not going to get the email if you're not.
If it's not the correct information.
Right.
Yeah. And speaking of that, so if somebody's listening right now and they're in the Metro Detroit area or they're in the Grand Rapids area and they want to know more about Real Producers and how they can connect, how they can get in the running and really earn their way into that Real Producer, bracket, how can people get a hold of you?
The best way is just go to our website, MichiganRealProducers.com.
Yes.
I had that built in the beginning of the year from Gabe Gunlock. And he, on that website is my information, but also you can click to view Oakland County, Wayne County, Macomb County, Grand Rapids. You can view current and past issues. You can view videos of our events. You can also view every partner. And our partners, again, they're vetted. I highly recommend if you're looking for someone, look at our preferred partner list. And you can click on each of them and view their ad, as well as some of them even have a video, which we're working on. We're doing some content days to add a video on there. And you can nominate someone to be featured or recommend a partner to potentially partner with us. Yeah. All on that website.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
MichiganRealProducers.com.
And then you also have social media pages or groups for each individual market.
Yes.
So if you're in Wayne County, look up Wayne County Real Producers, Oakland County Real Producers, Macomb County Real Producers, and then Grand Rapids Real Producers.
Yes.
And they can join that group if they're an agent in that market.
Yep. So we have a Facebook group for each market. And then I actually just had an app built as well called Michigan Real Producers. So that is something I'll be promoting more. It takes a while to get an app approved.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah.
And our partner, Justin Barton from Connection, he's been really helping us with our whole CRM back end stuff, but also with the app.
Yeah.
So that I'll be talking more about. And then also real quick, I almost forgot, besides our in-person events, we do Zoom calls too.
Nice.
So so to be a part of all this, it's not just, potentially getting in the magazine. It's connecting at events, connecting on our Zoom calls, because I love helping our partners too. A lot of our partners are brand new businesses.
Yep.
Or not brand new, but I mean, they're like independent contractors. They're running their own business. So like in January, I have one of our partners talking about tax strategies for the self-employed.
Yeah.
And then we always go in breakout rooms to connect.
Yep.
So there's a lot of other things that we do besides just the magazine and events. So look us up.
I love that. And another reason why as a real estate agent, you should connect with the community is because if you're doing deals in these counties, you need to build relationships with the other agents. So when your offer comes across the table or you get an offer across the table for your listing, you already have relationships, and relationships in this industry are valuable because that could make or break whether you get a deal to the closing table or not.
Right.
Yeah.
And right now with the way the market is, this is the time to really build those relationships.
Absolutely.
This is the best time that partners are joining us and hopping on board because they're, some markets are a little bit slower right now. So it's the best time to build those relationships. So then when you do need someone, you know who to call, and like you said, the deal, oftentimes that deal does come down to a relationship.
Yep.
And actually it's really funny because many times realtors do deals with each other, but they never have met.
Right.
So then, so we always have name tags on and they're like, oh my gosh, I just did a deal with you.
Yep.
So I love that. The connection is what we're all about.
Yeah, that's awesome. MichiganRealProducers.com. Make sure to reach out to Terra. And it also lists the upcoming events on the website.
No, because it's private.
Oh,
because you have to be in the top 500. Or a preferred partner. So,
and how does somebody know if they're in the top 500? They'd get an invitation, right?
Yes, and you can always reach out to our team, or again, it's on MichiganRealProducers.com. You can always reach out and ask.
Reach out, send an email, find out if you're on the list, or how far, or what else you have to do more to be on the list. And you do that from January 1st to January 30th, or January 1st to December 31st. So it's every year, every 12 months.
Yes. So once the new year hits, we're, checking out the new list and
checking it twice.
Yes.
Yep. That song's coming up soon. Christmas.
Can't wait.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like an exclusive club. And to me, if you're an agent, get in the club, get in the group.
Definitely.
It's a great group. Well, I just want you to know you're doing a phenomenal job. And on behalf of myself and our entire community for real estate agents, we appreciate all you do.
Well, thank you. And thank you for having me on your podcast. And congrats again for being the National Agent of the Year.
Honored.
And I'm excited for you to introduce you to more people across the country to maybe go do your podcast or speak with people in other areas.
I would love to. I appreciate all you do, Terra. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, so this is why we have different guests on the podcast to add value and bring something to you, especially real estate agents that you can learn from. And obviously, if you want to be a top producer, be a rising star, get into the group, eventually be on the cover, you definitely got to connect with Terra. Get connected with her, learn more about it. Go to MichiganRealProducers.com. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. If you're loving the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. Feel free to follow me at the official Justin Ford on all the different social media platforms. And before we wrap up today, I do want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by our friends over at Nextdoor Lending. They're not just a sponsor on the show. This is our preferred mortgage lender. For the Justin Ford real estate team, we entrust all of our buyers with Nextdoor Lending. They have over 1,000 five-star reviews, a perfect A+ Better Business Bureau rating. So if you're a buyer looking to get pre-approved this year and purchase a home, call our friends over at Nextdoor Lending. If you are a homeowner looking to refinance, maybe lower your interest rate, take some cash out, call our friends over at Nextdoor Lending. And if you are a real estate agent looking to partner with a great mortgage lender, call our friends over at Nextdoor Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. Two things I always like to leave you with. Number one, it's not how you start. What matters is how you finish. And number two, with God, all things are possible. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.